youngest son, we were going to go on a cruise, and he realized his passport had expired. And I think we were maybe 6 months away from sail date, and he barely got it. I mean, he did it directly and
Regular.
manually, but he barely got it turned around in time to get on the boat. And we were really sweating that maybe he wasn't going to be able to.
Yeah, that's the common thread, and we'll hear all the time. Oh, you must think I'm so stupid. Or like, no, no, no. This is what keeps us in business. And yeah, especially children. Passport expires every 5 years instead of 10 years with adults, and people don't think about it, or they haven't traveled in a while, and then they're about to go to the airport. Like, oh, my passport expired, and that's the most common use case that we see.
Yeah. What what were some of the challenges and issues you ran into during that startup?
We started, so we formed the business in December of 2007. We built a website. We had the support. I'll say this. I said we were unlikely entrepreneurs. We did have the support of both of our fathers. My father and my father-in-law both were business owners on their own. So we had that going in, although we chose different paths through college. We had the immediate support of our dads, which was I think a huge piece. Uh, but in January 2008, we sold our first passport service, and I think the biggest challenge that we had at the time was we didn't have jobs. Lori had a job, but it wasn't. We were in between, you know, a career. We both worked for the federal government at one point. Then we left for a little while, and so we were in this in between phase. So we didn't have this savings or anything, and the business was really to provide a living for ourselves. And we, I think, as a couple, the biggest challenge is figuring out how to work as a couple and who's good at what, and who's taking this path and who's going to learn this. And I think that all kind of happened fairly naturally. There's different things that I'm good at. I didn't mind dealing with the banking and things like that. And Lori was way more outgoing and public facing at the time, so she wasn't afraid to go in front of customers. But I think the biggest challenge overall was finding a way to have this business, make a living, and start a marriage, because we started the business 8 months before we got married.
Oh,
So
wow.